Alright folks, we're going to work on another image, and it'll be pretty much the same as we did with the last one, with the horn player. But we were working on a JPEG image in Camera Raw, because we downloaded it from the internet. In this one, we will be working on a RAW file that I downloaded earlier today from my memory card to a folder on my desktop. So, browse and bridge. And browse and bridge, here we go. So let's just see what we have up here. This looks good. That has possibilities. Here's a good one. All right, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Okay, so I double-clicked it. Let me go back. And go back to bridge. I can double-click it because it's a RAW file, the CR2. It'll open in Camera Raw, or I can come up here and click here, and it'll open in RAW. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to look up here at the histogram, and we see, yeah, it's dark, 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 dark with very few lights. So we could try auto, and yeah, look at the histogram now. It's spread out, but it's almost too much. So we're going to go back to default and do it ourselves. First things first, let's crop. Let's see, we'll get them right there and we crop. Good. Now, let's try the whites, and we're going to move that up. And that's looking pretty good, and it's coming right over. We're going to try and get more definition back in the shadows. So we pull the shadows up. Sometimes it helps to do it too much and then bring them back. Let's see what the highlights are looking like. We don't want them to get too washed out. Good. And the blacks. We'll lighten that up just a little bit. Let's take a look at the temperature. Yeah, ooh. Hold on, funny things are happening. Let's go back. All right, let's try the tint. They're a little on the orangey side. That's worse. We're gonna go there. Okay, this is distracting up there a little bit. It's not too bad. Clarity, we'll add a little bit. We'll add a little vibrance. It's already very saturated. And so we're going to add a little vignette. We'll come back up here to effects. We're going to add a little vignette, and that will then tone this down. But we don't want to, we don't want to do too much. Hold on. And let's just see. Just a tiny bit. And then here, let's see what it looked like when we began. That looks pretty good. Now, there are other things that we can do as we go on later and later. So we can tone all this down. But what we're going to do now is we're going to create a snapshot. So we've done all this in the basics. Over here, we're going to create a snapshot, and a snapshot is a version. So we're going to do this, and we're going to call it manual. Boom. And then we're going to come back to the basic panel, and we are going to hit Option, Reset, and we're going to start with the image all over again and try something else. And this time, we're going to try Auto. That looks pretty good. Hit return, and let's try auto. And we'll come over here to snapshot. We'll create another snapshot, and we'll call this one auto. And now we'll double check the one that we did manually or automatically. Manually? Automatically? They both have good things. This is a little washed out. This one is a little high contrasty. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to work with auto, and we're going to bring some of these things down. We're going to bring the whites down a little bit. We're going to bring, let's see, bring the whites down a little bit. We'll bring the shadows down a little bit. And the contrast up just a hair, a little clarity, a little vibrance. And we're going to create another snapshot. We're going to call this average. And let's take a look. We've got auto, average, manual. Auto, average, manual. It's too washed out. We could probably, let's darken this a little bit more. We're going to take the exposure down just a little bit, and we're going to add and we're going to come back to here. We're going to add another one, and we're going to call this average tweak. So, auto, washed out. Average, better. Manual, too dark. We don't like that one. We're just going to trash that one. Boom. And then average tweak. Average tweak. And that is by far the best. So we're going to keep this one, and then we open the object. Now, when we were working with the JPEG, we hit done. When we're working with a camera raw file, we hit open object, and it will open up in Photoshop. Hello. There we go. Good. So, and that's how you can use two more features of Camera Raw. You can use the snapshot, and you can use vignetting. Alrighty.